Let me ask you a question. If I gave you two students entering the college at the same time and both have the same level of intelligence, will they end up being at the same place after the 4 years? The answer is no, they won't. Because college is less about intelligence alone and more about decision making. More specifically, small decision making. Whether you are choosing comfort over growth or growth over comfort, how you are spending your time, with whom you are spending your time, or how you are spending your entire day. These are very small choices that you are doing mistakes in. Most of the mistakes I'm going to talk about in this video are actually hurting you, but you're not even realizing that. By the end of this video, I want you to ask yourself one question, that am I doing the same mistake? Hey everyone, my name is Lokesh and I am a CS undergrad at Scalar School of Technology. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about the most common and silly mistakes that you do in your college journey and that you must not do in your college life. Because these mistakes are silently killing you and you're not even realizing that. Coming to the mistake number 1, choosing the wrong surrounding. Have you ever heard of this statement? Show me your friends and I will show you your future. This sounds silly. When I first heard this in the Insta story, I thought that it is just a random joke, but it is not actually a random joke. It actually shapes where your future is going. Imagine you are in a group of 5 people who are playing games whole day and scrolling reels whole day and just wasting time randomly without consciously choosing that what they are doing. The consequence of this will be that you will end up scrolling and wasting your time with them also. On the other hand, choose the opposite group who is building projects, who is learning something new, who is trying new things, who is trying new different ways to solve a problem. And the consequence here will be that you will start thinking like them and start doing the same thing that they are doing. Have you ever heard of this statement that you are average of the 5 people you spend most time with? Just pick the 5 people around you and ask yourself this question. Do they inspire me or do they pull me down? Do they push me hard to do uncomfortable things or do they just scroll reels? Coming to the second mistake, destroying your sleep. Imagine this. Somebody came to you and said that yesterday I slept only 2 hours. Wouldn't this sound like an achievement? But this is actually not an achievement. This is a self-destruction. When you sleep for less hours and when your sleep cycle is destroyed, you end up losing your focus too. And when the exam will arrive, your body and mind will stop cooperating with you because you never trained it well. And you are just going to bed at a random time and waking up at the random time. You're sleeping in the class, waking whole night just to prove that, yeah, I can survive this life on 2 or 3 hours of sleep. But in the long term, this is actually a very wrong habit. And the mistake number 3, ignoring the physical activities. When was the last time you did a very heavy, intensive physical activity task? What is the answer? Like maybe a month ago or a year ago. But improving physical activity on your daily routine helps you improve your focus, helps in studying, helps in better productivity. Some people might think that this is actually killing their time, and while playing the sport, they will think that instead of playing, I can just study more. But this is actually the wrong thing. I used to do this mistake a lot when I was playing badminton for 2 hours a day, and I started thinking that I'm wasting a lot of time in badminton, so that's why I must cut it. And the next day, I cutted my badminton. Just day after that, I started losing my focus because physical activity improves your blood circulation and blood circulation is directly connected with your focus. I'm not saying you to have a six-pack or go to the gym 7 days a week, but I'm saying you to at least go to the gym for 3 days a week. And when you start doing physical activity more, the more you will realize that your focus is actually improving, your body will perform well and you will not scroll before going to the bed because eventually you are tired by the end of the day. So you don't have to think before sleeping. Coming to the next mistake, thinking that CGPA doesn't matter. Some people might upset after hearing this, but this is the half truth that you are told in the college. Now, let me give you a simple example. Suppose I have a CGPA less than 7.5 and one of my friends has a CGPA greater than 7.5 and our college releases one position for teaching assistant and the criteria is to have a minimum CGPA of 7.5, and he gets to apply and I didn't. Can you see the difference? He got the opportunity to apply and I didn't even get a chance to prove myself. Now, this is not just about the teaching assistant position. Many companies and internship have their own CGPA criteria. And after that, if you are thinking to study abroad, most of the universities look your academics very well before taking admissions. And this is one of the major factors. Many people get rejected because of the CGPA criteria and they regret later. So better to maintain your CGPA. The goal is not to obsess with your CGPA and not building enough skills, but the goal is to balance your skills and your academics very well. And after doing this, your future self will thank you. Coming to the next mistake, not making enough connections. Do you know the number of people get hired through connection or referrals? The number might surprise. It is over 50%. Yes, 50%. The people sitting next to you might be the founder in next 10 years or might be working in a big tech companies. The simple solution is just this: make a new connection every single week, whether it's with senior, with your professor, or a new classmate in your class. It's a very small decision that you will take every single week, but in a long term, this will benefit you a lot and make a genuine relationship with your friends, not a fake one. Coming to the next mistake, comparing yourself with others. This is a most common mistake every single student do, that they compare themselves with other people. You should not compare yourself with other people because you only see their success and their achievements, but you don't see their sacrifices and their efforts behind that success. And there is a very simple concept: everyone gets the reward proportional to whatever the time or effort they have put into that work. And do not compare yourself with others. Instead, compare yourself with your past self, because comparing yourself with others will only lead you to depression and will make you completely feel lost. But comparing yourself with your past self will actually help you in analyzing what you did wrong and what you did right. Instead of asking this, how that guy is better than me, ask this, that how can I make today more better. The next mistake that people usually do is avoiding discomfort. You cannot grow in your comfort zone because you are very comfortable there. You can only grow in your discomfort zone because you are pushing your limit and you are pushing yourself to the next level. And whenever you push yourself to the next level, your mind gets trained to be more attentive and do the thing precisely. Try new things like leading a community or leading a group of people or making a study group, speaking on a stage, talking to a stranger or making new connection. This is where you can learn a lot of new things. And this will also give you a lot of new opportunities because people like those who push themselves forward, and you can become someone's inspiration too. And if you have watched till here, I want you to comment your one mistake that you have did in your college life or in school life, because the best experience comes from the life that people have lived, not from the theory of the books. And one more thing, your first year won't decide your entire future, but it will decide your entire direction for the next 4 years. And the direction over 4 years is what your destiny is.